Congrats on the State of 2025 Attribution Report. Must have been a massive undertaking, and I'm a big fan of the periodic table. So can you let's start off by bringing us behind the scenes. Like, how did this all come together? What did you do? Please tell us about it.
Definitely. Well, the place that it came from is definitely defined by labor of love. I've been this is my first stunt on the marketing technology vendor side. I've been on the side of brands or consumers of attribution, right? And to me, being always in the demand gen roles, performance roles, revenue marketing roles, with kind of bearing into operations, I've always executed against KPIs or certain metrics, certain deliverables. And it was not really an option. It's just like the nature of the business. You're hired to hit this specific goal, right? So you're working towards it. And I've always used attribution as like a tool of the trade, right? You have your toolbox, you have different questions, you use different things to answer those questions and to measure them, right? So you can tell the story to the rest of the business why they should keep the lights on in your department for the next month or the next quarter, whatever, right? And when I switched from being a client of Caliber Mind over to being the head of marketing for Caliber Mind, I started paying attention to this kind of riffraff in the market and this whole I don't know if it's the social echo chamber, but seems like it spreads further. This whole notion of attribution is dead. Well, like everything else that's dead, right? Didn't you say yesterday that SEO is dead, ABM is dead? Like whatever it was, now it's dead. So knowing that I have these fantastic, talented people in my network, I was like, well, I want to research this further. I want to understand the sentiment. I mean, I came through the lines of like data and statistics and business degrees and marketing analytics degrees, the market research kind of background. And I wanted to kind of put some effort into understanding the market sentiment because it seems like there's very much of a disconnect. This side over here, usually SMBs, are claiming that everything is dead. Okay, well, maybe you failed, maybe you tried, didn't work out. So what do you say? It's dead, right? And you move on for the next silver bullet. However, on the enterprise side, these people are not like taking to social to proclaim everything's dead. They're quietly doing the work and they're seeing the results and they're applying things in a significant statistical way, right? So that was kind of part of it. I want to understand why is there such a dichotomy of opinions. The other side, like why the attribution table or the revenue marketing kind of periodic table take, right? To me, it's never one thing as a means to an end. Well, there is the multi-touch attribution as an obelisk of all things marketing measurement, right? It's never that. It's like so many things that may seem completely disconnected, may seem nuanced, may seem not related. That's like the elements within the periodic table, within, the world of chemistry. However, they all come together within a bigger ecosystem where there is the method to the madness of how they all are interrelated. And I feel like in a lot of cases, when you think about like even the notion of Titanic hitting the iceberg, right? What you could see is the tip of the iceberg. I'm like, the iceberg took out the Titanic, the visible part. It wasn't that. It was the underwater part that took it out, and that's parts of these pillars within the periodic tables. It's not just attribution by itself. It's the fact that there's data modeling component. There is the measurement framework and foundation component. There's the cross-functional alignment component, like all of these things that make up the periodic table. And in grade school, chemistry was one of those things that was really, really hard for me. Like, I remember in 8th grade, I cheated on chemistry. I hate to admit that, but I cheated because I couldn't remember the valency of certain elements. And like, when I think about this world of many things that are complex, that require a certain degree of sophistication to understand and apply it properly because it's a framework, I couldn't think of any better way to bring it all together. I mean, could it be a map? Sure, it could be, like some GPS type of theme. Could it be something else? But to me, the periodic table spoke to the notion of groups of related things, seemingly unrelated, but all coming together within one ecosystem. So it's a long-winded way of answering your question, but that's the background.